All right, we're getting started and going on Facebook Live and all of that good stuff. Let's do it this way. Get this all situated here. Make sure that it is coming up live on my Facebook feed so I can be sure that Facebook is capturing that. Pretty sure it is, and everything is working out because it always does. It always does. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So we are live. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Let's see. Here we go. Let me check all our systems. Make sure we are live and thriving. Living and thriving. That sounds crazy. Living and thriving. Living and thriving. All right. Okay, perfect. All right, everybody, we are here and we are live, Facebook Live, and glad to have everybody on. Of course, there's a little bit of a delay, but it's all good. All good. I'm Dr. Letitia Wright, America's crowdfunding strategist and the host of the Right Place TV show. Wanted to talk to you a little bit today about crowdfunding. So if you're a replay viewer, thank you so much for joining me on the replay. I have a bunch of questions available for you. You can definitely hit me up on the inbox. I want you to share this with your friends and family, especially those who are interested in crowdfunding, interested in raising money for business. So I'm coming at you with the crowdfunding, but we're doing this, and I'm looking at my phone so I can get everybody's questions that they have going on. I'm doing this, I'm talking about crowdfunding from the business perspective. So if you have been hearing about people crowdfunding for an illness or, excuse me, I gotta get some water. People are crowdfunding people are crowdfunding about personal issues. They're crowdfunding for rent, or they're crowdfunding for, they're trying to get their car fixed, or they're crowdfunding for their personal things. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about crowdfunding for business. I'm talking about crowdfunding for things that have to do with your business or a nonprofit. Some of you have nonprofits that you support, and so that's what we're talking about crowdfunding for. And so I just want to make that really clear that that's what we're doing and that's what we are talking about. So when I'm talking about crowdfunding, that's what I'm focused on. I'm focused on the business perspective, and a lot of you haven't even heard the business perspective. You've heard about people crowdfunding. Hey, Diane Cooper, give me some thumbs up if you can hear me and the signal is coming in good. A lot of you have tried crowdfunding. For some of you, it has been successful. Some of you, it is not. If you want to work with me, of course, I suggest you bring me in before you get the crowdfunding started. That way I can help you, excuse me, help you with the project before it gets started. So there's a project on Kickstarter that I wanted to show you. And for those of you who are not quite sure what crowdfunding is when you have your project online and you have a lot of people giving you money from different places for your project, for your business. Crowdfunding has expanded, and before it used to be more focused on pre-sales. Now crowdfunding can be an investment, so the person could actually be an investor in your business. Crowdfunding could be a pre-sale. For example, you could crowdfund a book. They could pay for the book before you wrote it. How many of you are out there writing books? Give me a thumbs up if you're out there, writing a book. If you're out there writing a book and you'd like to get paid for that book before you write it, crowdfunding might be one of the ways you want to go. And so that's how that could happen. So it could be working as sort of a subscription payment. It can be done in a lot of different ways. There are even crowd-funded loans. So when it comes to crowdfunding, there's a lot of different options for that. So it is very much a growing, living thing. Thank you. I got one share on there. Thank you so much. And what I'm going to do at the end of this, thank you, Sonia, for watching. I did not know that. Very good. Thank you. Give me thumbs up. Thank you, Madeline. Dr. Lewis, hey, how are you? Good to see you. Hope everything's good. I think there's a new storm coming in on the East Coast, so I hope you're all snuggled up and warm. Please do share this with your friends and family because we're talking about money. And some of you are going to be investors in crowdfunding projects, meaning you're going to be giving money to someone and you're going to be looking for a return back. And I want to talk to you about how you look for a return back. And to be an investor in crowdfunding, thank you for those thumbs up. And to be an investor in crowdfunding means that you can look at putting your money to work and it bringing home more money and it being less risky for you. You don't have to invest just to get things. You can invest in crowdfunding to bring back more money. People are doing it to invest in real estate. Give me a thumbs up if you didn't know that. People are using crowdfunding to invest in real estate, commercial real estate, houses, all kinds of things, hotels, all kinds of things. One of the things I'm going to be doing next month is I'll be working, I have a meeting with private investors. I've done it before and I'm going to be doing it again with private investors who want to understand this whole thing about crowdfunding. They want to understand if their group invests, what exactly are they going to be doing and how does this work? They want to know about it before they get in. I'm the way that they are shortcutting their knowledge. A lot of people, they think about working with me. It's kind of funny. They'll call me up and talk to me a little bit, and I can hear them thinking about whether or not they want to work with me. And here's the deal: if you're about to crowdfund and you've been looking into it for a couple of months, there's no way that you're able to amass the amount of knowledge that I've been amassing for the past 6 years. I get up in the morning and read about crowdfunding because that's how much I like it. That's how much I'm interested in it. If you've just been thinking about it for a couple of months, there's no way that you can read free stuff online because that's what you guys are doing. Hey, Bishop Anthony Williams, good to see you. Thanks for watching, and please share this with your friends. There's no way that you can read a bunch of free stuff online and watch this here, watch this there, because that's what a lot of people do. They don't invest in themselves. They just go to the free webinar and go to the free this and go to the free that and get a little bit of knowledge here and there. They don't really invest. Well, that's not a way to get enough knowledge for you to have enough to go do what you have to do. You do have to invest in a professional to come alongside and bring it with you. If you had a legal issue, instead of reading some free stuff online and listening to some lawyers talk and read a couple of magazines, articles, and you wouldn't do that and then go show up in a court of law, but you do that for everything else. No, you would go get a lawyer because they know the stuff. You would pay them the money so they can represent you. You wouldn't be calling the lawyer talking about, I know a little bit about the law. I've been reading some articles about the law, and I know this and this and this and that. You wouldn't do that to an attorney. You go into the attorney and say, this is my problem and I need some help. Can you help me? That's what you would do. But people don't do that with crowdfunding. Give me a thumbs up if you know that that's true. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Dennis Gray. Good to see you. That's what people do. They don't use common sense. They say, I've been reading some free stuff. Yeah, great. But you don't know all the stuff that you need to know. You don't even know what you need to know. So all I'm saying is bring in a professional, especially if it's a serious project. If it's a project you don't care about and you're just having fun, go have fun. No problem. But if it's something serious and you're talking about you want to bring in $50,000, $100,000, you know, $1 million, and you think you're going to do that with free knowledge that you got online, I just want to say, hi, Russell Bennett. I just want to say, no, that's not going to happen. Pardon me for coughing. I need a cough button like they have in the studio so I can cough and it can be like silent. Forgive me for coughing. Thank you. Give me a thumbs up. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You don't go to the doctor when you're sick and be all, hey, I read a little something online. I know a little something about doctoring, and I read a couple of articles, and I know this and this and this. No, you pay your money, you go see the doctor, and you get their recommendations. So anyway, I'm gonna get off my soapbox because I want to show you this really cool crowdfunding project. And I'm going to try to share the screen because I want to show you the video. It's called Levizen. This morning, I actually shared it with a bunch of people in my newsletter. So if you get the newsletter, really, I share with you every weekday, 5 days a week, I share with you new projects that are making big money. This morning when it went out, the project was making $77,000. That was like 6 o'clock this morning. Now it's up to $82,799. Their original ask was going to be $15,000. Originally, they were asking $15,000. They're up to $82,000. That's the kind of problem you want to have. That's the kind of problem you want to have. Give me a thumbs up if you were asking somebody for a $15,000 investment and they gave you $82,000. Give me a thumbs up if that's the kind of problem you want to have. That is the kind of problem I want to have. I want to see some thumbs up. Too much money. That should be the name of my next show. Too much money. I was crowdfunding $15,000 and I got $82,000. Too much money. Would that be a good show? Give me a thumbs up if you think, and give me a comment below if you think my next show should be too much money. Too much money. I don't know, I kind of like that. Too much money. Tanya says, that's a good problem. Hey, Ashley, good to see you. Hey, Ellen Ann, Suttereth. It's sort of like suddenly, Suttereth. Hi. Ellen says, hey, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. You haven't been looking in the right place. Have you been to Holland? Because that's where I've been in the last little while. I just got back from Holland. If you guys listen to the Get Crowdfunded Now podcast, I did a little wrap-up scene of that. It was really fantastic. The Women's Economic Forum was fabulous. I don't know, I was just very inspired. Women all over the world talking about the things that they're doing, not that they want to do, but like they're doing right now that's changing the world. These women were not like, I have a vision of, I want to do this. They were like, nah, I'm in the prisons every day. I'm teaching these women how to come out of prison and have in India, just these women were from all over the world doing fantastic business. And you know, I've accomplished a lot in my life, and I'm proud of my life. But even me, I was like, man, what am I doing with my life? I need to do some stuff with my life. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Ashley says, is there such thing? Yeah, I feel like that too, Ashley. I don't know that there is too much money. I don't know that there is too much money, but I might make that the name of the show. Yep. Too much money. She says, Tanya says, go for too much money. Ellen says, yes, too much money. Arif, hey, good to see you. You know, too much money might be the show we need to do. Too much money. But in crowdfunding, too much money is mostly a good problem. I always like to think on the positive side. It's mostly a good problem. It can be a bad problem if you are an inexperienced entrepreneur and you don't get help. So if you are a very, very, very new entrepreneur and your goal was $15,000, now you suddenly have $100,000 worth of orders, it is time for you to get with your mentor. It's time to get with someone who's experienced, because your original manufacturer probably cannot handle these new orders. And depending on who you're working with, and we've seen it happen, those of us who have been in business for a while, we've seen it happen. Your manufacturer sees that you got all this money, and then they start gouging you. They start charging you a whole lot more because they see you have a whole lot more, and they kind of feel like you're over a barrel. So you have to find maybe another manufacturer, or you have to strike another deal, or you have to do something else. And so you may want to work with someone who is more experienced to help you negotiate a bigger deal with a different manufacturer. So it can be a problem because people know you have all this money. It's all public. It's all right there. It could turn into a different problem. And so you may want to be with an advisor. Another reason why to work with a professional, because if you're in territory you haven't been in, you might want to bring in someone who's been there. I can show you how to walk a minefield if I've already walked that minefield, because I can show you where to step, provided, of course, that I still have two legs. If I've got a leg blown off, then maybe you don't want to listen to me because I've already made my mistake. But a successful person who's walked through the minefield can tell you step here, steps here, step here, and you can make it through. A lot of times we are asking advice of people who just haven't done a good job. You know, well, my friend said blah, blah, blah. Has your friend ever raised any money? Why are you listening to what they have to say? Well, somebody told me blah, blah, blah. Really? How much money does that person have? Oh, that person doesn't have any money? They don't have a business? They've never had a business? They don't have, so this person has no experience and no knowledge and no help, and they've never invested in you, but yet you're sitting there listening to them. Why are we having this conversation? I'm just being real, y'all. Why do we have this conversation? Tanya Luckett says, haha, I love those moments when we say, I need to do something with my life. That's growth. Absolutely. I'm pretty accomplished. Like I said, I'm pretty proud of myself, Tanya, but I was sitting there thinking, yeah, there needs to be some growth. There needs to be another rung in the ladder. You know, there really, really does. Ellen says, so true. Ashley says, yes, it can create massive amounts of overwhelm. I think she was talking about when we make a whole lot of money and then we have to serve all of these people. If Ashley has a beautiful new yoga studio. You should put the link in there so people can find out where you are, Ashley, in case they're in that area. She's a beautiful, brand new, spanking new studio. She already has lots and lots of customers. She's doing really, really well. But if everybody in town, like say something happened and all the other studios were closed, and everybody's like, I gotta go to Ashley's studio, it can happen. I gotta go to Ashley's studio, and everybody wanted to go to Ashley's studio, and they all wanted to come at lunch, it would be kind of crowded. So that would be a little overwhelming. But she would work it out, and everybody could get a membership. So don't let that stop you. Helen says, hey, Sonia. So Ellen and Sonia are friends. Did you invite her? That's awesome. Please invite your friends. Ashley says, and problems you weren't ready for. She says, hello. Ellen says, hello, everyone. Tanya says, that's a good point. Crowdfunding is one component, but what about the potential obstacles that come with it? Yes, the obstacles that come with crowdfunding, that I can make that a whole crowdfunding episode, actually. I've got a gallon of water here. I'm going to drink, Tanya, but that's a good point, Tanya. I could make that a whole episode. Ellen says, I'm not in love with money. I guess my problem would be that I would give it all away. And I would know when to give or fold. Well, yeah, with crowdfunding, they're giving you the money for a specific reason. So if they give you $100,000 and you give it all away, that means that you won't be able to make the thing that they paid you for, and you would definitely have a problem. So yeah, we would need to talk about that. Ellen says, Ashley says fityogafactory.com. Thank you. So you guys check out fityogafactory.com. and check out Ashley's Place. Ellen says she would invest in herself. Very good. I'm glad that you would. Hello, Ebony. Thank you for watching. Please share it with your friends. Catherine Gutierrez. Hi. Ellen says she invited me. Very good. Thank you guys for inviting me. What I'm going to do at the end of this session is if you invited somebody, I'm going to give you a free consultation. I'm going to tell you how to get it at the end of this. Thank you so much. Hey, Rena. Good to see you. Okay, so I just wanted to check in. And now I'm going to share with you levitating water. Levitating water. Levitate. I kid you not, levitating water. This is levitating water. I have to show it to you. It's freaking awesome. I just have to show it to you. I'm going to refresh the page just to see if any extra money came in since we started talking about it. You guys can find this on Kickstarter. It's called Levy Zen. And I'm going to play the video. I practiced playing the video before, and it worked. Worketed. It worketed. Oops, that's not what I wanted to show. It worketed. Okay, so there should be a way that I can show my screen. Did I close that off? Did I accidentally do something? Oh, here we go. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. Da, 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 da. I think I know how to do it. Okay. I want to show the stream. Show the screen. I can't find the little bar thing that helps me do it. Who can share? Okay, only the host can share. See, I hate this. This is when you need like a whole staff person to just do this part right here. Okay, says Fit Yoga Factory, are you in the Cerritos area? I need yoga. Kim Foster Morris is watching. Hey. Man, I'm going to be mad if I can't show you this. Why won't you share? Why won't you share? It's the live stream. Okay. Yeah, I can't find the little thing that says share it. Okay, here's the more button. Here's the chat button on the side. Here's the polling and the Q&A, and that's not what I want. Participants. That's not what I want either. This is weird. Usually there's a little thing on the side where, oh, hello. Yeah, it's not weird. I'm weird. User error as usual. User error. Okay, I'm sharing the screen now, people. So it should come up pretty soon. And I'm going to check the phone so you can see it. And this is it. It's called Levizen. And it says Levitate. Oops, great. Levizen. There we go. And it says Levitate Water and Feel Zero Gravity. Levitate Water and Feel Zero Gravity. Experience the impossible by levitating water using silent acoustic levitation and feel free. Okay, so I'm going to read the comments really quick and then we'll go through the video. Ashley says, we are in Tarpon Springs, Florida, but I teach online too. James Dentley is watching. Thank you, James. Ashley says, the share should be in the middle of the screen. The button looks like a TV. Awesome. Please message the yoga online info. So Ashley put the yoga online info, put it in like a couple times because then when people make comments, it'll float up and then people can see it again. And she says, I think it has 3 little dots. Tanya says, yay. All right, you guys, check this video out. And that was it, you guys. That was it. Seriously, that was it. 1 minute and 12 seconds. There's no words. There's no movie stars. There's no nothing. As you can see right here, $82,000, 400 backers. Let's look at the campaign. You can give any amount you want here without a reward. This means that you can give $10 or you can change that and make it any amount that you want. They have a half price special where you can get it for $200 if you want. I have a couple of pictures here. That was a very well done video, by the way. That video was not super cheap. What? That's scary. I like how amazing it is. Ellen said, the water is the star. Absolutely, the water is the star, and that's the stuff you get for free at home. Ashley says, okay. And you can email me. So Ashley's got her information in there a couple of times. Here's some more pictures. Now this makes it look very analog. I mean, you've got the little switches and that big button that looks like it came from a 1970s, your dad's stereo from 1970 something. Or my dad's stereo, your grandpa's stereo. Here's another great picture. You're absolutely right. The water is the star. You nailed that. You nailed it. Ellen says, will that give you water and do you do you own anything? It will not give you water. This is a desk toy. This goes on the desk, an executive desk. It's just something cool to have sitting on your desk. It will not give you water. It will not give you anything to drink. It will not do anything. Give me a thumbs up if you think it's cool. Tanya says, so when we contribute to the campaign, is it a donate? Is it tax deductible? No, this is not a donation. You're buying this toy. Let me go back up here. You're buying one of these. You get them for half price. For about $3.99, you're buying one. And they'll ship it to you anywhere in the world. So it's a pre-purchased toy for your desk. So you're just buying it. That's how it looks. You're levitating water, or maybe 4 drops of water. You can have light. Here's another little video. I'll play this video for you. Diane says it's very cool. Ellen says it's a toy. It's water. That's right. You do not get a piece of the pie. You just get a toy. This is not an investment. Ellen says, cool, but I'm not buying into it. Tanya says, okay, I got it. This is the new video, the next video. It's not officially therapeutic, Ellen, but I bet that you could use it to help you meditate. Smoothing, yeah, I agree. It's probably smoothing. And then this video is showing you how you add extra droplets of water to it. This doesn't even have music to it. It's completely silent. And that's it. That's literally the end of the video. They talk about the design, the box. They talk about it in action here. There's another video. I love that these videos are all very short. That's it. And you just got to see how it works. You just got to see how they put it up there, and how they should provide water. Well, it's just 4 drops. I think if you can afford $3.99, you can afford 3 drops of water. So my whole thing is that this is a pre-sale. So now they can go back to any store and say, we sold almost $100,000 worth of these. People want these, and they can either sell this company off, or they can they can sell it off. They can get a lot of orders. This could be something really, really big for Christmas. this is a toy for an executive's desk. So they definitely have the beginnings of something. This, I don't know if this company is part of something that's already big and it's just one thing that they have. They have a lot of other things going on. I don't know a lot about this company. But you got to admit, that's a pretty fantastic thing. Let me see what you guys are saying. So Ellen says, you mean I have to use my own water? Yes, horrible. They have nothing to do. This contraption caused more. What's the point? So, but this is an example of a pre-sale crowdfunding project, and this can be the beginning of something where they sell off the company. It can be the beginning of something where they are starting a bunch of big orders. It can be the beginning of making the business bigger. And if this had flopped, this would have been a great way for them to figure this out before they built a whole bunch of these units. Because if they hadn't made enough units, they would know nobody wants this. That nobody wants this. So here's my thing. I believe that everybody should have a chance to go to market, to present what they have, and let the crowd say whether or not it's good. If you sat there and told somebody, I'm going to make this thing that you put on your desk and you're going to be able to levitate a drop of water with it, each of us might not have thought that that was a good thing. But here we see it with our own eyes that it's so good that it made $80,000 in less than a month. And the market has spoken. The market has said, yes, we want that. And I believe that you should have a chance to get to market. It shouldn't be dependent upon whether or not you have money, because you don't have to have all the money. Yes, you need some money, but you don't have to have all the money. And that's what crowdfunding is about. Some of your money and then some of other people's money, and that gets you to market, and that gets you in front of people who can say, yes, we want this, we'll pay for it, we'll use it. So here's your chance. If you shared this crowdfunding and you need to find out about how it can work for your project, for your business, expanding a business that's already started, or starting with something new that's a new idea, let's talk. Today, I'm just back, fresh from Holland. I'm giving away a free consultation. Inbox me. If you're not my friend, you got to friend me. I stay pretty full at the 5,000 mark, but I think it's down today. So friend me, inbox me with your name and your phone number so I can call you. And the consultation is today. The free consultation is today. I'm not going to call you tomorrow. I can call you next week. It's today. Free consultation today. Let's talk about your project. Because if money is what's stopping you from moving forward, let's talk about how crowdfunding can overcome that gap. You have ideas. We just got through the International Women's Day. It is no longer time for you to be stopped by that. Let's come together as a community. Together as a community, we're much more powerful. And your idea could be great, but if we don't get it out there to people, you will never know. And you can't know. And it's not fair to say, just because you're not backed by some rich girl, or just because Oprah's never seen your product and doesn't tell everybody it's great, doesn't mean anything. It's time for you to find out. It's time for you to find out. Are you brave enough to find out if your idea really is as good as you think it is? Did they say how long the water lasts? No, you can go find it on Kickstarter and read through it. It'll tell you. Okay? It'll tell you today. So inbox me if you want to talk about your project. It's time to be brave. It's time to be brave. Get out there. This is just a simple toy and a lot of fun, but some of you have things that can change lives, and it's time to be brave. Okay, you guys, I'll see you on the other side, maybe later on this week. Remember, ignoring one's conscience is neither safe nor right, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining me, and thank you for sharing. Bye-bye.